Hello everyone and welcome to Miko's Corner. Today we're going to do a recorded game simply because I have not played the Stanley Parable in a few years. And I even set up a little reminder in my Google Calendar to ensure that I would wait 5 years to play the game again, because apparently there's a achievement for this. So we're gonna play a little bit of Stanley Parable today. I don't have the deluxe version, this is the original. But as you can see in my my Steam, I haven't played since February 25th, 2018. And I have 6 of 10 achievements, 3.5 hours. If you go over here, if we view my achievements, don't play the Stanley Parable for 5 years. And it says go outside. I don't know if I've been more outside than before or not, but we'll see. It's obviously not a Tuesday. I'm recording this on a Friday, early morning. I've tried the speed run, but I need to look again to see if I can manage that. And it's possible to get this achievement I haven't looked into. But let's get into it. You can see the time over here, 4:42 a.m. It might be on the wrong screen. Yep. Okay, no big deal. Come on, why are you doing that to me? Not helpful. Game capture? Game capture. Stanley Parable. Okay, cool. We do that. Let me turn that off. And should be right here. Hopefully I can move the video to the right screen. Bottom right. Borderless window. Run in a window. Yes, please. Drag that up to my main screen. I love how this is always the problem. I'm gonna turn off the music now. Video. We'll go borderless. Hopefully that did not work. Other way. Sorry, guys. For the love of God, why do games do this? They hate multi-screen people, don't they? They just freaking hate it. Alright, fine. OBS, you can go up there. I don't care anymore. Alright. Check our audio. Master volume. Still kind of quiet, though. Hopefully that's louder for you guys. Okay. There we go. Now I can see it on the thing. Okay, cool. Video. Advanced display mode. One sec. Okay. Audio. We want subtitles. Yep, subtitles only. Shows achievements enabled. Yep. Okay. End is never. The end is never. The end is never. Loading. So I don't think the achievement popped when I first opened the game, but I think I've got Steam on the other display, the other monitor, and I think it says 7 now versus 6. So that's good. Wow, this load time. A little insane.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
I mean, depending on the pay, it might be worth it. You know, you're not really dealing with people.
Something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I'm gonna stand still for a bit, see what happens. For anyone who hasn't played this game or watched someone else play this game, it's kind of Groundhog Day in a sense. There are different things you can do to get different reactions from the narrator. A lot of different endings. But you'll always end up right back in this room and you can restart the game without leaving to the main menu. How long do I wait to see if he does anything? Oh, that perspective.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that.
Nope.
No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy.
So wait, he
Stanley
started
waited.
work at 10?
Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. Oh, another loading screen. Aw, man. So that's one of the endings you can get. I'm gonna change the sensitivity real quick, because it's pretty bad. Acceleration amount? Is that the one I want? Maybe? There, that's better. At least for me. I hope it's okay for you guys as well.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Are you fucking with me, man? Dude, what the hell? Don't do that to me. If I recall, there's a way to glitch out of this room. Forget exactly where it is, though. Oh! Oh. Okay. get in there? Oh, here's another one.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because
Waiting
he doesn't
input.
pick up well on cues from his environment.
Oh, the sensitivity is still way too high. Is it this one? Or is it mouse sensitivity? Maybe it's mouse sensitivity. Did it save, though? That's the question, right? Yeah, okay. Back. It's a little too few. Did I say I hate Mondays? I thought I said I love money. Oh no.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This one looks so appealing though.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Can I get a drink, please?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Hey, I'm having fun, man. Leave me alone.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
But there's a door straight ahead.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Well, I've been here for years, so they appreciate my work, man. What do we do in here? Oh, wait. That truck has lights on. Does that mean that someone... Hey, that's how we get out, isn't it? How do we get out? Okay. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Why... If this is not just for cargo, and even with cargo it should have some sides, why would you allow humans on it?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Oh, okay. Can I change my keybinds real quick? Because apparently shift is duck. No. think that was it. Strafe. Pause game is pause. Okay, cool. Discard current changes. Yeah? Excuse you. Edit keys. Shift. Control. Thank you. Okay. There we go. Okay, sorry. I'm used to Alt being the crouch button and Shift is a run. Oh, I know where I am. Mr. Narrator, where are we going?
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh. But then why open both? I don't even see where they would go.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Okay. I love how sassy the narrator gets. It's like my favorite thing. Holy crap, it is dark. Can I adjust this for you guys? Solution, aspect ratio, filtering, trilinear. I have no idea what that means. I might have to edit this one if it's too dark for you guys.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. Kevin Brighting. British actor Kevin Brighting. I have no idea who this dude is. It's Kevin with an A, too. Oh, what are these? Oh, the quickest people can do it? 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence. Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. 98.9% of players are more... How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. This is you. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of information. 1384 awards won. Oh, in totality, not just me. And 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. Oh, that's awesome. I hope I'm in that 98.9%. Sorry, I had a horrible sneeze. A dead rat is offline. This, your superior. Oh, that's so adorable. Should I keep going there, or should I go through one of the doors?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Okay.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
No, not
Perfect.
at all.
Let me boot it up.
Cool. Oh!
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard.
What? I was watching the fire.
Babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work.
Okay.
Let's give it a shot.
Cool. Can do. Oh, it's Minecraft.
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Oh, no.
At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
But I can't jump.
Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here, no, here, and then. Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course, and just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
I'm good. I love that the clicking sounds still are like computer related. Are you gonna yell at me for not going in your house? Because you're gonna lock me in there because I can't open that door. I can't get in there.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Oh, now you release me. What the frig, dude? I did music. I don't want to go down there. Don't wanna.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No. There's some coal. Apparently in the deluxe version, you can, play a variety of different games. You guys can't see a damn thing.
No. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
I just heard a growl of a zombie. I was like, ah! I can't play much of Minecraft. I usually put the animals on, or the enemies on passive mode, and I disable the spiders. I can't. I know this one.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Oh no, I broke it. I love that I have no, like, center cursor thing. I'm bringing this with me.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games. And I
Whoa. I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. This feels like... I was gonna say the back rooms, but that's not it. I was thinking, Portal 2. Oh. Shoot. Not a fan of this carpet sound. Kind of spooky, I don't like it. Oh, is it taking me back to... Yeah. Oh, it's kind of like PT2, but less scary, by the way, for anyone who's watched PT. Um... Hmm. Okay, there we go.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Apparently there are 19 endings, by the way. Some of them end in a restart, others need the player to restart themselves. Alright. Alright.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Good question. I'm wondering how long I should make this. Maybe only an hour? Because I'm already at 33 minutes.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm good. Thank you. So there's a couple quick ones I can do in here.
It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I am curious about the other one over there.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it. Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Cold feet ending. So the first one that we got was... which one is it? We got the games ending, if I recall correctly. Yeah. So we got the games ending. That was the cold feet ending. There's another one right there about jumping off.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
See, that's the first time he told me that. All he said was just, you know, following the cues and shit. This is different, isn't it? Wait, he forced me to the meeting room. Didn't he? No, it's just different.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace?
It's blue.
Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
What do you mean?
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm good.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yay! That's the powerful ending. There's one... Yeah, okay. Excuse you?
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Oh, that's what I should have been doing. My bad.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first.
Understood true happiness. Got it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Okay.
Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Can I do it a couple times first?
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
Really?
The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
You put me in one of these rooms. Oh. Oh, okay, there we go. Takes a second to get into the darkness.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
I think I'd rather a little more of the stars, to be honest. It's a little too bright. Oh, that's cool.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Well, let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
We could jump over there.
No! Oh, thank... No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
The achievements. I have mine, but, like, that's why people do it.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Fortunately, I don't think there's any ending to just staying in the happiness room.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No.
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you? No, perhaps not.
I'm just going back and forth and back and forth. If only I could run, that would make things a little bit quicker.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
Dude, we do get along.
I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Sorry. Wait. I had to check something real quick. Yeah, okay.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Let's go
When
left
Stanley
door this
came
time.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sure. Why is this door unnumbered? God, that's right.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
There's a whiteboard manager? Floor 400 something? Complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. Not cost efficient. Future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of blank 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 blank. Rate at which charts on the same slide should depict the same information. Dang it. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Funny. I can't read those. What do people want? Things, money, more money. Things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs? Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Mike James, you are fired. What is that? Happy... peelings? Happy feelings. Oh, that is true. We want happy feelings. What do we got over here? Synergize core value expenditure, shift global market paradigm, probably. Monetize free to play. Oh, shit. The broom closet. I can open it.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on
Are you kidding?
track.
There's duct tape in here. There's brooms in here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I want to sit in this corner.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing?
Yep.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Yep.
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish?
Fungus?
Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Where's a red light right here? What's the purpose? Fire hose?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy
the music. I don't like it.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa, whoa.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's
Stanley's
always
married?
been. My life is normal. I am normal.
No.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Can I just, get a sound clip of him saying, I am okay? Fuck!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, glad the static sound didn't continue for very long.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself. And then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh
And
no.
although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Okay, but like...
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned.
But certain psychological traumas do make it difficult to tell what's real and what's not, so let's not demean that. Et voila! Back at the beginning.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Is this a setup for the happiness place? Well, that's pretty. Come here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What a weird way to set up their office. Their desk is right there. Their back is to the door. It's weird. What time is it? Still like 11-ish.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for not getting fired.
Feeling a
Talk
wave of
less, do
disbelief,
unbelievably amazing
Stanley
work all the
decided
time
to
every
go
day
up
with
to
no
his
expectation
boss's
of promotion or
office, hoping he
recognition.
might find an answer there.
And something else. We have to go up, right? Because I think down is just the confusion ending again.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh, the executive bathroom.
Stepping...
Oh! What did I do? Oh! The broom closet! Where's the narrator? I miss him. What's going on? Am I just backtracking with this one? There's a different door open. Scary door. Oh, okay. You are now leaving. Okay. Escape pod. Bay, floor 760. Seven, 5, 4. Okay. 760. We've got 6 floors to go up. Seven, 5, 5. Why is there an escape pod in this like office building? 756. Still looks pretty normal in there. Oh no, I can't even see where I am. 757. Seven, 5, 8. Seven, 5, 9. $760. Escape pod launch bay. Okay, escape. Escape. Okay. Loading screen, that's good. Ah! Okay. Well then. Let's see. What does it say? What's funny is that someone made a, oh my god, I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, they made a Venn, or a diagram chart of all the different branches for the endings. Upon entering the door, you will be teleported to a long staircase. After you go far enough, there will be a sign warning you that both the narrator and Stanley need to be present in order for escape sequence to play out as intended. I'm confused. So I did that one wrong.
Stanley stood for a long time in one spot. It's part of a game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying. So far, he's doing excellent. And if he just stays right where he is, I'm sure he'll keep up that good momentum. Let's observe the genius at work.
I didn't see the sign that said the narrator and Stanley must be present. I don't know. Okay, let's do one more ending. We'll do like the true ending that the narrator wants us to do.
Someone was following Stanley. He was
and
sure of it.
We will
if he
call
checked
it
over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
a video.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I am intrigued in getting the deluxe version, but I wish I'd been able to do that
Yet there
originally.
was not a single person
Or
here either.
buy the
Feeling
DLC.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Damn it! He boarded up the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
If I recall, you can put in another
Yet
code
incredibly,
too.
By simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh. Well, that was kind of spooky and dramatic. Didn't like it.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh. Okay. It broke. Where are we?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Holy shit. If flight is on, call extension 914 immediately. Is there a phone nearby? Escape. Said I was gonna follow the narrator.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Whoa. Do you have the strength to find out? Can I go back? I think you locked the door, bro.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh my goodness. $3:30. Okay, can I see it again? It's like the meeting room or something. It looks like some kind of board.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Where are their buttons? So lately I've been watching some YouTubers and I'm like, they're like, well, how do I do this thing? And I'm like, would you look around first? Explore as they expect you to explore? And I think Stanley Parable is a good example of actually exploring your environment and doing a good job of analyzing your options and other things to do. Because, like, we found those buttons just now that are 1 and 2, and there's 5. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. Okay, but no one's actually there. So either they all ran away.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
So did people go home when they realized what was going on and not show up for work because something went wrong here and it got turned off? So would I then be in control of everyone, or... might as well. I said I was going to follow the narrator's instructions. We'll do it. If you want to see the other endings, we can always do a second video, but this will be a one-off. Because like I said, I've played it before.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Wow, that's pretty. This looks fake as hell. Doesn't it? Like, it looks like a green screen or one of those backdrops that they did for the older films, like in Wizard of Oz.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
I want to look back.
The feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. Loading screen. We're back here. Curses. Like I said, it's very Groundhog Day or PT in a sense, but not but easier on the faint of heart. But yeah, so there is Stanley Parable. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this. Nope. One sec. Where was it? Steam? There we go. Okay, so let's check our achievements real quick. I'm gonna turn on our music though. Few achievements. Go outside, don't play the Stanley Parable for 5 years. 14.7% of players have this achievement. Awesome. Unlocked today. So I can also take a look at, I mean, you guys won't see me do commitment. I'll probably just open the game on a Tuesday, if I can recall, and run it all day. I'm assuming it's from midnight to midnight, right? It's impossible to get this achievement and doing it as fast as possible. So I'll think about doing these two. But yeah, like I said, if you guys want to see a second video of the Stanley Parable, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to play other games. I'm trying to work on a backlog right now of these videos so I can schedule them and upload them to keep interaction up on the channel, because I'm kind of bad about streaming at times, because right now my focus is going to be on door dashing to make money and pay my bills, because I can't do this full time. But a little less stress recording for you guys. And like I said, I'm going to try and do some other things, like react to certain things, quizzes, and reading some cool stories and stuff like that. Things that I find interesting and save for myself later. I was gonna say one other thing and I forgot what it was. It was probably just about the trying to get money. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to like it, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, it's absolutely free to you, and if you hit the bell, you'll get notifications every time I upload a new video or when I go live with a stream. See you next time.